Excuse me, there's no sound on Zoom.
Yeah, I would agree. I don't know if anybody with controls can hear this, but we have no sound now.
Okay. And if you study sutras, probably you are going to find two words. One in Sanskrit, dhyana. Another word in Pali, jhana. Actually, in ancient time, Chinese Buddhist monks, they translate these two words into Chinese by preserving sounds, not meanings. So in China, we have this term 禅罗, but somehow after some time, we just save one pronunciation, 禅. Actually it means 禅罗 or dhyana, okay, jhana or dhyana. After many, many years, finally, this was end up in the States by pronouncing Zen, Z-E-N. Actually, Zen originated from India, okay, dhyana or jhana. Then in China, we say 禅罗. Then in Japan, they have the same pronunciation like Chinese, but somehow Westerners translate the words into Zen. Okay, finally. And today, when people ask me, what is meditation? And people sometimes think, when you sit, you just sit there. You don't think anything. But you know it's impossible. Just sitting here without thinking anything is impossible unless you are sleepy. Okay, then you feel I don't think anything. And also sometimes people will think Buddhist meditation requires people to find a space, a special time to sit steadily without moving, without doing anything. This is a part of meditation, not complete. Okay. Today, I wanted to use this opportunity to introduce 6 wonderful gates taught by Venerable Zhizhen in Sui Dynasty about 1500 years ago in China. Zhizhen in English means the wise one. And this title offered by Emperor Sui Yangdi, the Emperor of China, gave this great teacher, Zhizhen, a wise one, a great teacher of wisdom. According to his teaching, he said meditation can divide into 6 steps, but he called it 6 gates, 6 wonderful gates. Those gates are the gates for us to enter the nirvana, to enter liberation, to end sufferings. So today, I wanted to introduce those 6 gates. First, I just wanted to repeat those gates first. Okay, Su. In Chinese, this Dharma teacher, Zhizhen, he only used one word in Chinese, Su. That means counting your breath. This is the first step of meditation. Sui means following. After counting, then you just simply follow your breath. Observe your breath. Okay. Counting, following. Zhi means focusing. You are able to focus your mind on one area, on one point, not moving around anymore. Guan, that means contemplating. You are able to observe, to analyze. phenomena. Okay. 属随止观还 means returning back to yourself. And that is a fifth stage. The last one is purifying. That means you wanted to purify yourself from greed, hatred, and ignorance. Then liberate from all kinds of attachments. Okay? So there are 6 gates. And 属随止观环境 in Chinese, but in English is counting, following, focusing, then contemplating, and returning. Always remember returning to yourself, turning back to yourself. Finally, purifying. You have to purify your thoughts, okay, in order to be free from all kinds of suffering or attachments. Okay, first let's discuss the first gate, counting. I think if you go to temples, it doesn't matter in Theravada Buddhist temples or Mahayana Buddhist temples, we all introduce this kind of a technique to all Buddhists, to all people who wishes to meditate, to learn meditation. So counting is the first common skill existing in Buddhist. All schools are using this technique for learners. How to count your breath? Basically, it's very simple. You breathe in, breathe out naturally. When you breathe out, you count 1, then count 2, up to 10. You don't overcount numbers. So that is the skill. There are numbers from 1 to 10. You remember, you just count those 10 numbers. Don't overcount. Okay. So using those numbers to be able to simplify your thoughts and also to enhance your concentration by counting those numbers correctly. That is the first door of these wonderful techniques. When I was in Taiwan, actually I went to a monastery, stayed there for about a month. I decided to started to learn how to count my breath. I was still very young in those days. When I started to count my breath, actually it's not easy, because when you count your breath, automatically you are going to delay your breath. It will be slower. After a certain time for counting, then you feel you need to rest from time to time. So counting your breath, it seems very easy. But if you practice day and night or for a long period of time, you feel this is not easy for us. You have to be determined. You have to be very, very consistent on this kind of a technique for some time in order to gain the results. So, based on my own experience, counting number is not difficult. It's easy. Even young people, school kids, they know 1, 2, 3, all the way to 10. It's not difficult. But counting numbers correctly, clearly, without mistake, is not easy. Okay. So in this kind of a practice, actually, we have to have another kind of mental power inside us. Okay. You are able to pull your mind back whenever you lose the counting. You are able to pull yourself back and put yourself into the same position. Continue to count. You don't want to search numbers. What number was last number that I counted? You always back to 1. Don't add any more thoughts on this. So you wanted to simplify your thoughts, but at the same time, you have to determine on this scale in order to enhance your mental power, be able to pull yourself back. And after pulling yourself back for some time, then actually you are gaining certain kind of power in your mind. You are able to manage yourself a little by little. Actually, in daily life, we think freely. We call this free thinking. Actually, in reality, it's out of control. Our mind is out of control. You wanted to think whatever you want to think. No management. You say, I'm the boss of myself. Actually, you are not. Mental activity always out of control. You are not able to manage. But by counting your breath, using those numbers from 1 to 10, you can gain the power of yourself in your mind, be able to manage your thoughts. Okay? After you feel your mind is less have other thoughts, you are able to concentrate on numbers, counting numbers correctly. Also, you are more stable in your mind, more steadiness. Then you can abandon counting. Go to the second floor, the second level. So after we learn counting numbers, it doesn't mean you always have to stay on those numbers. When you feel I'm more stable, in my mind, I have less thoughts. And when I count numbers, actually I feel it's a burden. Make me feel my mind is still busy. Then you can abandon numbers at the moment. Unless you feel, oh, my mind is getting busy, then bring those numbers back to you again. Otherwise, you simply follow your breath. Breathe in and breathe out without numbers. But you still knowing when you breathe in, when you breathe out. My breath is long or short, heavy or light. You still be able to recognize those phenomena of your breath. So that is a second level of 6 gates. Then after that, you feel less thought. Even following breath is a burden. You feel you can focus on one point, area. You don't want it to move it around. In 1982, actually, during my retreat, my personal retreat for about 2 months, I was not feeling well in those months. Then I decided to have a retreat by myself. And I observed my breath, and in those days, actually, I used Omitofo to follow my breath. Every time when I breathe in, breathe out, I recite Omitofo. Breathe in, breathe out, Omitofo. After about 2 weeks, slowly then I started to feel my head was getting numb, a little numbness. Okay. That means you don't want it to think anymore. You feel you wanted to stop. You wanted to focus on one area only. Even follow breath is a burden. Okay, I can, stay in this kind of stage, for a longer time. That is the stage of focusing. You are able to focus your mind on one area. You are not moving around. Every time when you feel you wanted to think on something, you feel thinking is a burden. You don't want to think anymore. You feel I wanted to relax myself. Be able to concentrate on one area only. Okay, I think probably that is the third stage of those 6 gates. Okay. If we only stayed in those 3 gates, okay, counting, following, focusing. Then we stop to improve ourselves. We say this is not Buddhist meditation. Okay, this is not right jhana. It's not right jhana. This is different from the teaching of Buddha. Buddha doesn't want us just to be concentrated. Actually, Buddha wants us to use concentration in order to develop contemplation. So from the third level, we wanted to, after the third level, we wanted to develop contemplating skill. You are able to be observe and analyze all phenomena, and also knowing what you are thinking in your mind is right, what is not right. Be able to understand the right view, right understanding, increase wisdom, right understanding. And according to Venerable Zhizhe, he says, in this level, actually we can observe, we can contemplate on 5 skandhas. Do you know 5 skandhas? Okay. Physical body, okay, is the one element of I. Then feelings, then perceptions, mental formations, and consciousness. So when we study those 5 skandhas, actually we have to use those contents in order to improve our meditation. You don't want to learn those 5 skandhas, 5 aggregates, just like a theory, like a philosophy. You have to use those understanding in meditation in order to develop wisdom, right understanding about yourself, about life, about everything around you. Okay. Or we can contemplate on 4 unlimited minds, 四无量心. Those are also important. How to develop your loving kindness toward people, and how to increase your compassion, okay, toward people, and how to cultivate empathetic joy in daily life, eradicate jealousies. As a human being, we always feel jealous on someone, not everyone, on someone, okay, on something. And that is an obstacle for us. Finally, equanimity. These are 4 unlimited minds we need to develop in order to enhance our happiness, qualities of life. Okay. And how to contemplate on 5 skandhas or 4 unlimited minds. There are 2 ways. You can sit, meditate in a place and tell yourself, today I wanted to contemplate on 5 skandhas. And you can use your understanding on those 5 elements and one by one to clearly analyze those 5 skandhas in this way. Okay. And also, when you contemplate on 4 unlimited minds, you can pretend I'm seeing someone, and I wanted to show my loving kindness to this person. You can pretend. You can pretend. So contemplating, there are 2 ways to practice it. One is you can sit quietly in a room by yourself, pretend something in your mind. You wanted to think, you wanted to analyze this. You wanted to enhance those understandings. Another way is get up, go out, contemplate on the reality. If you say, I wanted to show my loving kindness to Judy, Okay. Without seeing her, you can do that. I know Judy for many years, so it's easy for me to contemplate on her and show my loving kindness to this person. But according to Buddha's teaching, sitting meditation, pretending someone in your mind you wanted to love, you wanted to be kind, is useful, but it's not a reality. You have to go and find Judy. Talk to her. Do something with her. So when you communicate with this person, doing something with this person, in case she's arguing with you, in case she's not agree with everything you do you still have loving kindness toward this person? That is a test. So real meditation includes these two kind of practices. One is in sitting meditation. You pretend something in your mind. You wanted to develop your qualities in life. Another attitude is go out meeting people and meditate. Use meditation in reality. Use contemplating in reality, not just in our imagination. I think that is a test. That is test, okay? And also, it's a very important practice of meditation. Last year, I was very ill. Right after I was infected with COVID-19, I thought I would be okay. But somehow, I guess the virus attacked part of my body. I couldn't eat properly. I couldn't sleep properly. Without proper eating or sleeping, within about 2 months, I lost about 30 pounds. So if you saw me last year, certain time, I was very skinny. And it was very uncomfortable, very uncomfortable. But somehow, as a monk, I told myself, let me use this opportunity, okay, this experience, to enhance my understanding of 5 skandhas. Okay. First, when I observe my physical body, I remind myself, even this, my body, is changing all the time. It's not permanent. Let me recognize this reality. Okay. Even this body is ill, but I still wanted to do my best to fix it, just like a car. It needs to be, go to the shop and fix it. And if I can continue to use it, let me continue to use this body to do something that's going to benefit myself and others. Also, at the same time, I learned this skill when I was in Taiwan about 45 years ago. In one winter break, I went to a monastery in the mountain. After a week of practice, meditation, and one night, during the sitting meditation, after some time, I was not comfortable because I didn't know where am I. Should I say where I am or where am I? Where am I? I was in the hall, sitting with other monks. Suddenly, I felt myself disappeared because I don't feel anything at all. I don't feel anything. And slowly, because I was still very young, 17, 18 years old, then I had a little fear inside me. Then I said, I wanted to find where am I? So I slowly opened my eyes. Oh, I saw cushions still in front of me. Then I look up, oh, Buddha statues are still there. I'm sure I'm still in the Buddha hall. Buddha Ho. I'm not lost. Okay, I'm not lost. Then I close my eyes again. In about 1 month, every time when I sit on the bench for some time, even though my legs were sore and having a little pain around my legs, but somehow I noticed there's pain around my legs, but those pain doesn't bother me at all. That means my mind can be separated from my physical feelings. That is kind of strange to me. Oh, that's real. I can separate my mind from my body. Even though I noticed there's a pain around my legs, but I didn't have to move it, didn't have to do anything with it, just let it happen. And from this winter break, when it's done, I back to the college. Somehow I still feel this joyful feeling inside me. Meditation just gives you a kind of steadiness in your mind. Also, it produces a kind of a joyful feeling around you. You feel everyday life is so, what do you call it? So wonderful. Everything's wonderful. No problems. No problems. Everyone you see, you feel, they're my good friends. That is the real feeling that I had for about 2 months, even after I finished the winter break in the mountain, the monastery. Back to school, even I was busy, but this feeling lasts for about 2 months. So this time, last year when I was ill, I still used this kind of understanding to improve myself. That means I still hope that this illness, even the body is very weak, I hope my mind is not being bothered by this illness. But there are two feelings. One feeling from physical body, we cannot control because you cannot eat, you cannot sleep. There are a lot of strange feelings around your physical body. Yes, I can ignore those. But at the same time, I did remind myself, never, because of this feeling, then produce another emotional feeling at the same time. So emotionally, I was stable. I still be able to smile to people when I see people. I still wanted to maintain my calmness inside me. And my perception is I wanted to use this opportunity as a way to increase my practice. I don't want to see this negatively. Everything is negative. Everything is bad. Illness is not that what we want. But when you face this illness, you cannot escape from reality. How can I use this as an opportunity to improve myself? The perception is important. And a mental formation, I make decision what I can do, what I cannot do. Anything that I can do, I wanted to keep up in everyday life. Something I cannot do, let it go. Put it down. Don't attach to it. So actually, I clear my thoughts. I arrange my daily schedule, and I follow those schedules. And it's almost not much change in everyday life. I follow the schedule. Fortunately, after some time, I regain my ability to manage myself. Now I can eat anything that you can offer. Now I can sleep well almost every night. So meditation cannot guarantee we're not going to be sick. Even Buddha taught us. Sometimes he said, oh, my back is not comfortable. Yeah. as long as we have this physical condition around us. But how to deal with those phenomena, those changing phenomena? We need to have meditation. We need to have right understanding. We need to have the ability to contemplate correctly in order to take care of ourselves. Contemplating, then returning. When we contemplate on four unlimited minds, we're thinking about going out, meeting people. We're thinking about this I. Okay, there are 5 conditions of I. It doesn't matter how you analyze those conditions. You always have to come back to yourself. Who is observing? Who is contemplating? Who am I? Understanding there's no unchanging self. There's no permanent self. Okay? And so eradicate the self-attachment and elevate ourselves up to the 5th level. Okay. The last gate is purifying, 净. That means free from all attachments, free from all kinds of attachments. Yeah. When we say no attachments, today I wanted to let you know that no attachments, it doesn't mean we don't do anything. It's different. No attachments just mean that you are able to be freely to do good, wholesome actions. At the same time, you are never connected yourself with unwholesome actions. So actually, in Buddhism, in meditation, there are 2 levels for us to complete. The first level is we need to be able to understand what is right, what is wrong, what is a positive action, what is a negative action. So by knowing good or bad, right or wrong, then we use right action, positive action, to eradicate those negative action, negative karma. This is the first level. Before we complete this level, graduate from this level, we are not qualified to say no attachments. No attachment doesn't mean you don't do anything. Actually, you have to establish the right understanding, knowing what is wrong, what is right first. After you are gaining more ability to produce positive actions, positive thoughts, then you wanted to gain this kind of doing as develop this kind of doing until you feel it almost become a habits. It almost become a habits. You do it naturally. You don't want to say, today I wanted to be a good person, so I wanted to say something nice to Hunter. Okay, that means you don't want it to based on certain kind of thinking in order to produce this kind of action. You are going to act naturally. Okay. Then after we gain this kind of attitude, more and more become habits. Then the last moment, we have to be free from this kind of attachment. That means even it's good, even it's positive, you don't want it to attach to those conducts, and do it freely, naturally. So I wanted to share another thoughts that I learned from someone a few years ago. 亚里士多德 how do you say in English? 一位希腊哲学。Aristotle. They consider his very famous philosopher in Greek. He said, "We are what we do repeatedly. We are what we do repeatedly. Excellence is not an action, but habits." The reason for me to remember his words because I feel he said something Buddha taught us a long time ago. The same thing. And build up habits, good habits, naturally. Without the kind of a mind that I, Venerable HungI, I'm a wise monk. Today I can present a talk. Yeah. And I wanted to be good. I wanted to, to be recognized by you all. We wanted to eradicate those thoughts. Just do it naturally. Today, I wanted to be here to present a talk. And based on my own habits, my own good intention, build up little by little for many years without any other concerns in mind. Okay, so this is a purifying stage. Finally, let me share some conclusion that I had in mind. From meditation, from concentration, contemplation, what we can gain. Okay. Long time ago, a lady asked me that, Venerable HungI, if I continue to meditate, can I be rich? She asked me over there, right after meditation, program. I said, you may, you could be rich if you, gain more clear mind and wisdom, making good decisions. Yeah, you can be rich, but we don't guarantee for those. Also, it's not the purpose. Yeah. Okay, from meditation, actually we can gain something naturally. Okay, we are going to be able to learn things quicker. After meditation, somehow mind is more concentrated, mind is more clear. When we listen to something, reading something, you have a clear mental stage. It's easy to absorb. And I was in another monastery where I learned counting breath skill. Actually, after 1 week, I started to notice that every time when I read books, even it's not easy to understand, but somehow I can easily finish those pages and clearly be able to remember those contents. So after I finish reading, I can write something 心得 英文怎么说 my
and your thoughts and conclusions.
My conclusion about the book, because we always have to offer papers to the college. In the summer school, in summer break, what did you read? You have to write, what you gained from those reading. Then, through meditation, what we can gain is more joyful life. I just mentioned this to you. Maybe your mind is calm. You always contemplate on loving kindness. You are full of love or kindness. when you see people, it's easy to communicate, easy to talk with. When you feel you are very joyful, you have smiling face, people will enjoy to be with you. So life is more comfortable, more easy. Yeah, less obstacles. That is for sure. That is for sure. And through meditation, even today, I wanted to remind myself, even there's no people, I was walking over there, I wanted to keep my smiling face all the time. Be able to smile. And sometimes, you can try this and see, can you keep a smiling face all the time? Okay, this one technique. And also, through meditation, you can gain a kind of ability to overcome difficulties, less fear in daily life. Because of the meditation experience that I had in the monastery during the winter break, actually, I discovered my mental power is much stronger than before. You feel you can face changing phenomena, good or bad. You can face it. Yeah. And even there are difficulties, you can overcome from those difficulties. I was not interested to build a temple over here. I was not interested to have a center over there. As a monk, I did not really train for this. But after I discovered that in the States, in America, we need a place like this. We need a center like that in order to benefit people in Texas or US. We need to do something. But doing something, you are always facing difficulties, problems. But somehow, because of this mental power, give me a lot of strength. I can overcome from those difficulties. I still can maintain my simplicity in my daily life. That is dhyana, that is jhana, that is a Buddhist meditation. This is the power of concentration and contemplation. Today I still have to let you know that I'm not liberated yet. I haven't achieved enlightenment yet. Okay, I'm still a ordinary monk. Ordinary monk. Yeah, I just feel I wanted to share what I know in my life during my own practice. Okay. Today I have another ceremony in the front for me to perform, so I cannot stay here any longer. Actually, I thought I want you to have some time to ask anything that you want to ask, but I know that I have to leave. How about one question before I leave? Yes?
Not much question, but comment. First of all, thank you so much for your talk. With this meditation process that you kind of explained, I think it's very great that we can put it into practice. I'm just trying to promote the American Buddhist Center that Venerable HungI really, built for us. And it is a beautiful place to put what he just said in practice, and the opportunities coming up. So if you are very curious, how do you meditate in your daily life? What is Zen all about? What is walking meditation? And what's contemplation? Put it in practice. So in October, we still have space for the meditation retreat. I think it is a good 5 days simulation to return to yourself and look at yourself, with what Venerable HungI just said, the 6 gates. So I will, have to remember to make sure that I give myself the opportunity to put it in the practice. Because it's easy to learn as a concept, but when you put it in your daily life and that simulation, that practice, I think it's very helpful for me to return and to remember. So hopefully that lasts for 2 months joy that you're talking about. At least, right, towards the end of the year, and that will be great. So it's just a little comment for the the retreat opportunity that Venerable HungI so graciously gave us such a beautiful retreat center. And I think, to me, it's always a grateful feeling to be able to use that as benefits our own contemplation.
So Xian, so thank you so much. 谢谢 thank you. Okay, let's conclude this session by saying Namo Buddha, Namo Dhamma, Namo Sangha. 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 Thank you all. Thank you, appreciate it. Then let's do 3 bows. 1 bow. Oh, 2 下，谢谢。